I wasted a perfectly good introduction to this rainbow episode on a fake out. So I'll just say that this is an episode about rainbows. We'll be talking about them from a scientific perspective, a mythological perspective, and a pop culture perspective. Along the way, we will get sidetracked a few times, for that is our nature. But all roads will lead back to the rainbow. Today on Deep Fat Fried. The beauty of the rainbow.
Double rainbow all the way. What does it mean, counselor?
What does it fucking mean? God damn it. We'll be covering that guy.
Double rainbow all the way. What does it mean?
Kind of a sad story, honestly. But anyway, it's just a fucking, there's no sound to this. It's just a beautiful rainbow compilation.
Aww.
It's going to start with a compilation of rainbows, you guys.
Oh, look at that rainbow.
Behold the splendor of the rainbow.
It's beautiful, TJ.
That is an astonishingly beautiful. How is this guy even walking the other way? He should stop what he's doing, drop that bag of fucking shit, and stare up at the majesty of this beautiful fucking rainbow.
Dude, it looks like the leprechaun's gold is not far from where these people are.
I know, and they're just standing there like, I mean, the only problem with that at that point is like, which side is the gold on?
I don't know. I've never heard if there's like a left side, right side thing, but that's all relative anyway.
I know, right? Because it just, I mean, if you're on the other side of the rainbow, you know?
Right.
Does that even how rainbows work? Would you even see the rainbow from the other side, or would the optics of it not even fucking work? I don't really know. I'm too stupid
sure
to know
you
that
can
kind of
see
shit.
a rainbow from both sides.
All right.
Maybe I'm
So
wrong.
which side is the
right
fucking
there?
pot of gold on is the real question.
Well, that one was pretty clear right there.
Yeah, I mean, that
That's
person's
the pot of
right near the fucking pot of gold. They need to get their ass over there.
Whoa.
It's
I don't
right
know,
around
man.
there somewhere.
It's up close of a rainbow.
I've seen what happens when you steal a leprechaun's gold, though, and it ain't pretty.
That's true. They're not as fucking nice as you might think. Luckily, those movies did kind of spread awareness that, like, you know, these leprechauns, they mean business. They're not all cutesy like you might see on the greeting cards and shit.
Yeah. And you can just see right there where that rainbow hits.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think I can even see the gold. Oh, yeah. I think I see it. Through the trees. Through them trees, man. But yeah, you're probably better off not even fucking with that, because that, you know, unless you're gonna have some heavy artillery or something, because you are gonna have to deal with a fucking pissed off leprechaun, because they do not like their gold stolen.
Dude, that doesn't look like a rainbow.
It is that if you catch a leprechaun, they will grant you a wish too, so that's kind of cool.
That is true, yeah.
But you know, it'd probably be one of them fucked up wish master type of things, where like, I wish I fucking, you know, was rich or something.
A
and then,
monkey's
you know,
paw thing, yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to be like, oh, I got my wish, but in the worst way possible. Oh, no, the hubris. You know, that kind of bullshit. So anyway, there's just some fucking rainbows. You know what they fucking look like. You've seen rainbows before.
So beautiful.
What are the science of a fucking rainbow, Scotty?
It's not science, TJ. It's magic.
See, this is for fucking grades 7 through 12, so should be able to easily fucking figure this out, right?
Water droplets in the air form a mist that reflects light, revealing the full spectrum of colors. Roy G. Biv.
Roy G. motherfucking Biv. I learned that same little acronym in school. red, orange, yellow,
Green,
green,
blue, indigo, violet.
blue, indigo, and violet. Although indigo is kind of made up bullshit just to make the BIV shit work, but whatever. A rainbow is a multicolored arc made in the sky by light striking water droplets. The most familiar type of rainbow, including this one in southern Chile, is produced when sunlight strikes raindrops in front of the viewer at a precise angle. The colors on a primary rainbow are always in order of their wavelength from longest to shortest, which is, as we just talked about, red, yellow, green, blue, violet. Notice there's no fucking indigo.
I reject the scientific definition.
A rainbow is produced by a ray of light being refracted and reflected by water. Light is refracted, bent. As it enters the water droplet, it is then reflected, as in bounced off, the back of the droplet. As the reflected light exits, it is refracted again. The electromagnetic spectrum is made of light with many different wavelengths, and each is reflected at a different angle. Thus, spectrum is separated, producing a very beautiful little rainbow.
Huh.
Rainbows are actually complete circles. Viewers on the ground are limited to rainbows above our horizon. From the air, however, viewers can occasionally see circular rainbows. Notice how the interior of a rainbow is lighter than the exterior. That's because the colors of a rainbow overlap at their edges, bleeding into a sheen of white sunlight. So you see here's an actual rainbow in its true form, which is just a big old fucking circle.
Damn, dude. The
But like
rainbows
on the
are
ground, we only ever see part of the arch, so we think it's like
Ouroboros, TJ.
yeah.
they're a portal. Dude, if you fly through the middle of that motherfucker, you go to Rainbow Town.
Yeah. Maybe that's where the leprechaun really is.
No, that's where all
Not
the
at the end of
gays
the
live.
rainbow.
All the gays
Oh.
are there.
All the gays.
It's like Hogwarts for the gays.
Whoa. Scary.
You got to fly
You're a
through the rainbow
faggotary.
portal.
Just come on the other side of the rainbow. Rainbows can form anywhere. Moisture is suspended in the air, including splashing rivers and sea spray. A rainbow's radius is determined by the liquid's refractive index, the measurements of how much light refracts as it enters a new medium. Salt water has a higher refractive index than fresh water, so rainbows formed by salt water have a smaller radius. See there, the small radius rainbow versus the large radius rainbow. The focus. So this is about the double rainbow, which has been made famous by that meme guy. We will discuss him in a moment. The focus of a rainbow is the anti-solar point, the imaginary point exactly opposite the sun. The anti-solar point is in this image of Samburu National Park, Kenya, is made clear by the photographer. His shadow there, you see, like he's, the sun is at his back. Look closely and you'll see a double rainbow called a second order rainbow made by water reflecting twice in the raindrops. The visible spectrum appears reversed in secondary rainbows. The red one is the interior arch, while the violet/purple one is the exterior. In the lab, scientists have created a 200th order rainbow.
Damn.
Show us that motherfucker.
Fuck, dude. That's no shit. That kind of shit blows your mind, TJ. How the fuck is this even possible?
They're gonna summon Cthulhu with that shit if they don't keep. They need to stop fucking around with that.
So supernumerary rainbows are thin pastel colored rainbows that sometimes appear beneath the inner arch of a primary rainbow. Some faint supernumerary rainbows are visible in this rainbow over the Grand Canyon in Arizona. Supernumeraries are the result of a complex interaction of light rays in an air mass with small, similarly sized water droplets. So I think they're talking about this thing over here, but I'm not really sure. This is a reflection rainbow, which is like this one's over Skagit Bay in Whidbey Island, Washington. It appears above a body of water. See, it's a very strange looking rainbow.
That's the reflection.
It almost has it's like splits off almost.
Yeah, it's like the reflection off the water and carried by like the angle and the light. That's fucking insane, dude.
So here's a reflected rainbow. A reflected rainbow appears directly on the surface of a body of water. or a wet surface like this airport tarmac. You see it continuing onto the tarmac there. Reflected rainbows to not appear to form a circle with a primary rainbow, although their endpoints seem to meet in an almost almond shape sort of formation. So you see like it's kind of at an angle to that. Here is my favorite because it's the edgiest rainbow. This is the red rainbow.
Damn.
Also called a monochrome rainbow. Usually appears at sunrise or sunset. During this time, sunlight travels further in the atmosphere and shorter wavelengths, blue and violet, have been scattered. Only the long wavelengths, like red, are visible in this rainbow. So it's basically like this fucking super crazy. I've never actually seen one of these in real life, but this is an unaltered photo of a fucking red rainbow here. Fog bows, which is like just kind of a cloudy looking rainbow. Similar rainbows, but lack the brilliant colors because they're caused by smaller water droplets than those of the typical rain cloud. This series of fog bows appears over the National Science Foundation's mobile station facility at Summit Station in Greenland.
Fog bows are lame, dude. You get ripped off if you live in an area that gets fog bows.
You're just looking at it like, just looks like some fucking dumbass clouds.
Yeah.
Fuck a fog bow.
We don't have rainbows, but we have fog bows, just as good.
Fuck off with your fog bows, bitch. Now this is cool. This is a moon bow, also called a lunar rainbow, is produced by light reflected by the moon. This moon bow appeared over Victoria Falls in Zambia.
That's some anime shit, man. A moon bow. Get out of here.
You don't like it?
The moon bow.
This is what gives Sailor Moon her power, though.
You
Paul.
wish upon a moon bow, Paul, and you can get 3 wishes.
All right, so that's the end of the. Well, we'll get into this shit in a minute because that's more like mythological shit. But we do have to obligatorily talk about the double rainbow guy. So let's play a little bit of this famous meme video here.
Whoa, that's a full rainbow all the way. Double rainbow. Oh my god. It's a double rainbow all the way.
Double rainbow all the way.
So this became like a super popular, famous video for some fucking reason. I think people were just kind of like captivated by the fact that this guy was so excited by this double rainbow, you know?
Yeah.
They just love like,
50
oh, wow.
million fucking views. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like, I don't know, there's like something innocent about it. There's something like kind of pure about the, wow, he's so fucking, you know, psyched about just seeing this, right? Yeah. That's pretty. And it's cool to see, but like most people are probably like, whoa, double rainbow, double fucking rainbow. Wow.
I mean,
maybe
let's
you're
be
not
honest.
Enough.
Most people probably wouldn't even have seen this happen because they'd be too busy with their faces buried in their fucking phone.
Huh. What?
Yeah, it's a
that's
rainbow.
neat, I guess. Yeah, it's rainbow.
Cool rainbow, bro.
Rainbow.
Yeah, it's rainbow. I seen one. You know, whatever. I can look pictures of one online anytime, bro. I don't need to fucking see that shit. I don't give a fuck.
Sad news, though. Double rainbow guy died a few years back.
What?
Damn.
Yeah, died in 2020. Big old guy here. His name was Paul.
Oh no.
Bear Vasquez. He lived simple life. He sheltered on the side of a mountain outside Yosemite National Park. Grew his own food. Woke up every morning to that magnificent view that you see in that video. The world may never have known him if not for a spectacular double rainbow that he filmed that one time. Vasquez, the portly man, whose cries of exaltation at the double rainbow turned him into a viral star, died at 57 on Saturday. The Mariposa County Coroner's Office confirmed his death to CNN. Bear lived in a relative solitude for much of his life, but his sincere love of nature and rainbows in particular endeared him to millions. On January 2010, he stepped out of his home to find 2 brilliant rainbows stacked on top of each other, stretched across the mountainous horizon. The awesome sight moved him to tears. Naturally, he recorded it. Oh my God, it's a full-on double rainbow all the way across the sky, he whispers in the video before letting out a full-bellied yell. He shared the soul-bearing clip on YouTube with little expectations, but within days it had racked up millions of views, and today it's got 47 million and counting. It's more closer to 50 million now. Became a minor celebrity before it. Appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live and ads for Microsoft and Smart Water. and even in an in-flight security video for Delta Airlines.
Damn, he cashed in on that shit, huh?
Fuck
I'm
yeah,
the
he
world's
did.
authority on rainbows, he told CNN in 2015. Lifelong nature lover, blah, 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 blah. Made these YouTube videos until his death. Weirdly enough, still making them today, even after his death.
Damn.
Yeah, I went to his channel. I assumed he was still alive because I went to his channel and I was like, let's see how the rainbow guy's doing this day. And there's like stuff from, this is an upload from a few days, like 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, April 10th, 2022. And, you know, you look at it, and then I went down here and I see that, you know, people are talking about him like he's dead, being like, who's uploading this? And we loved you and all this. I'm like, oh, so I guess he's not alive. And then I went and found that article.
Well, who's uploading fresh videos of him?
I don't know. There's if you go to the fucking channel here, you know, you see that there's stuff being uploaded to this. I mean, like literally to this fucking day. And there's videos of him, you know, and I don't know. I don't know where these fucking came from, right?
Dude,
I don't know if this was stuff that got taken down and then he's putting them back up. Or like there's some.
He didn't.
I don't know.
He didn't want people calling him the double rainbow guy anymore because there's no way, dude. This guy ain't Tupac.
I have no
family
fucking
member that's like meticulously putting up fucking videos for him. He's still alive, dude.
Is there a description?
The description here, I mean, it literally talks in his voice. So this is him. I want you to hear it from his mouth though, because it just reinforces what's said in the video. But I want you to hear him say it because he starts to say some pretty fucking crazy shit in this video.
So what's been going on is I'm having issues with my bladder. Can't empty it. I think. I don't know. I can only urinate maybe 2 or 3 ounces at most. But if I have a teaspoon in my bladder, it irritates me and it hurts, and I want to relieve it. But so I'm constantly going to the bathroom. I went to see a doctor, and I have an MRI on Monday. It's Thursday, so I'm hoping with that MRI I can get a referral to a urologist, and I'm hoping I have cancer. I'm not going to do chemo or radiation. I'm gonna just let it take its course because I want out of this body. I believe that I'm gonna recycle really quick and become a baby. I think I'm gonna be my daughter's child. So Kevin and Irene will be my parents, and they'll live on my farm, on my land, and I'll be able to climb all my fruit trees and eat the fruit, which is like what I envisioned when I planted all that stuff.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, like, obviously this guy's off in a bad way, and he just wants the release of death. And it's like, I think that's a way of like obviously coping with it. Is like, oh, I'm gonna be reincarnated. I'm gonna be a kid again, and I'm gonna be able to do all the shit I want to do now that I can't because obviously he's fat and out of shape and really not doing too well.
Yeah, but he's gonna come back as his own grandkid.
I mean, it's a nice fantasy for him to have, but he's just gonna be rotting.
Scotty. No, he's gonna come back.
I mean, hopefully
he's gonna be recycled very quickly back into the fucking spirit pool.
His nutrients can be recycled back to the land he likes or he loved. You know what I mean?
No, his soul's coming back as a little baby. Yeah.
Dude, I believe he did come back as a little baby, dude.
You think so?
Yep.
Dude, my favorite comment though, if you go scroll down to the bottom, this guy's whole dogma on his afterlife is delusional. There's only one way into heaven, and that's through the Heavenly Father. You need to plead with Jesus Christ that he would save your soul from eternal damnation.
Jesus.
I love how he's like, yeah, that's delusional thinking. Anyway, here's the real bullshit. It's like, yeah, you gotta get right with Jesus, bro. It's like, oh wow. You identify one delusion just to fucking slip right into another. I love it. But anyway, he's dead. Or maybe he's not. I don't know. If he's not, then he's dying of bladder cancer, maybe. Who fucking knows? Here's another fucking picture. I had to pull more than one thing about the red rainbow because,
I mean, that is pretty fucking epic.
yeah, I'm infatuated with this shit. This is fucking cool as fuck to me. I like an edgy rainbow, you know? So this is a monochrome or red rainbow, an optical and meteorological phenomenon, very rare. You know, very not too common to see. Its formation and process is identical to that of a normal rainbow, except for, you know, it happens either near sunset or sunrise. The low angle of the sun results in a longer distance for the light to travel through the atmosphere, causing shorter wavelengths of light to be kind of filtered out. So there's no blues and greens and yellows and all that. And it just basically leaves nothing but this primary red. So in the lower light environment where the phenomenons often form, a monochrome rainbow can have a highly dramatic effect, which I think you could see here. This isn't, they make sure to specify that this is like an unfiltered photo. This has not been run through some Photoshop shit. This is just a raw photo of this event. So pretty fucking cool. I want to see one of these at some point. I don't know if I ever will, because I'm not usually around at sunsets and sunrises, but you know, maybe I'll catch a sunset one of these days. But
This is
apparently,
like a vampire movie or some shit, man.
yeah, I mean, they should put one of these in a fucking movie at least.
Dude, if I were a fucking Bezos level billionaire, I'd build like a big like compound in an area where these happen, and then create like drones to make them happen over my property constantly.
Yeah. I live in the red rainbow house. You can follow the red rainbow to my door.
Yeah.
Cool.
So anyway, let's talk about some of the cultural stuff about the rainbow, because I think that's a little bit more interesting than the science aspect of just how rainbows form.
Trying to shove it down my throat, ain't you?
Yep.
I thought this was gonna be a good, wholesome episode, TJ.
Nope.
What you doing to me?
So this guy right here, Scott, you know who this is?
I don't want to know.
I know who that
You don't.
is, dude.
Who is it?
That's Rainbow Randolph right there.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
This is Gilbert Baker, an openly gay man and drag queen. He designed the first rainbow flag. He later revealed that he was urged by Harvey Milk, one of the first openly gay elected officials in the U.S., to create a symbol of pride for the gay community. Baker decided to make the symbol a flag because he saw flags as, you know, very powerful sort of symbols. And, you know, obviously there's a lot of pride around the American flag or, you know, whatever. So he's like, I'll do something like that. Said our job as gay people was to come out, to be visible, to live in the truth, as I say, to get out of the lie. A flag really fit that mission because that's a way of proclaiming your visibility or saying, this is who I am. Baker saw the rainbow as a natural flag from the sky, so he adopted 8 colors for the stripes, each color with its own meaning. Hot pink for sex, red for life, orange for healing, yellow for sunlight, green for nature, turquoise for art, indigo for harmony, and violet for spirit. It's a very symbolic flag.
TJ, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Are you going to mention the source of all rainbows, the Bible?
Yeah, we're going to get to that.
All right. Look, you need to have a balanced episode here, TJ.
I just want you to know. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get into all sides of the rainbow, Scotty. We're gonna explore the rainbow from every fucking angle.
I do
worry.
appreciate that, TJ. This episode, person right now, disgusts me though.
That's fine. The first version of the rainbow flags were flown on June 25th, 1978, for the San Francisco Gay Freedom Day Parade. This is not from that event, obviously. Baker and a team of volunteers had made them by hand, and now he wanted them to be mass produced so that they could be purchased by all, and he could probably make some money off of it too. However, because of production issues, the pink and turquoise stripes were removed. Indigo was replaced with basic blue, which resulted in a contemporary 6-stripe flag: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Today, this is the most common variant of the rainbow flag, with the red stripe on top, as in natural rainbow. The various colors came to reflect both the immense diversity and unity of the LGBTQ community.
Man, fuck that. I want the hot pink.
You want the
flag.
pink and the turquoise back, right?
Yep. It looks
Bring
way
back
better.
the pink. Bring back the turquoise. Well, you see, this version does have the hot pink there.
Yeah.
So yes.
I've never seen that original flag before, and I like it way better than the just bland ass rainbow flag.
Yep. Here you go. Here's Donald J. Trump
Beautiful.
standing up. Yeah, look at this. The queers love me. Don't love them. It was not until 1994 the rainbow flag was truly established as the symbol for LGBTQ pride. That year, Baker made a mile-long version for the 25th anniversary of the Stonewall riots. Now the rainbow flag is an international symbol for LGBTQ pride and can be seen flying proudly during both the promising times and difficult ones all around the world. So yeah, Gilbert Baker died at 65. Which year was that? I don't know what year it
2017.
was. 2017 here. He designed the iconic rainbow flag. He's died in 1978. I mean, we already went over a lot of these facts here. But yeah, you see here, this is the original design, which I think he preferred too, because you see, him flying it there. So the 30 by 60 feet flag flew on Gay Pride Day on June 25th, 1978. We needed something to express our joy, our beauty, our power, and the rainbow did that. Baker told CNN in a 2015 interview. So basically, this guy's design went on to become like a world famous symbol for it. Although I've seen people in more recent years be like, it's inadequate as a symbol, not good enough. And like other variations have come out. But for the most part, the other variations pretty much suck.
I mean, they're
Got that
always
weird one
adding new shit.
They got that weird one with the triangle and shit and
Yeah.
like all this weird shit going on. Just like leave it at the rainbow. Like the rainbow is fine.
The rainbow.
You don't need all this bullshit.
The rainbow is just like, among other things, obviously, is supposed to like represent like all of the different types of queer people under it.
Right. I mean,
And
that's why there's
now-
all these different colors and,
And now
shit.
every little queer subgroup has their own flag or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, that's unnecessary, man. Just fly the fucking rainbow flag.
Have the rainbow flag.
Yeah, you already came up with a good design. I mean, other people have tried to replace it, but you're not going to make that design happen. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the I'll show you a fucking example of like one of these other designs that have been flying around to try to like, oh yeah, this is the new rainbow flag. This is better. We've improved it.
No.
It's got all kinds of bullshit on it now. Look at that. Look at all the colors. Ah, look at it.
It's
Got triangles and shit.
it's a color spectrum, so like you can add a different design like a triangle point, but it's already inclusive of all those things anyways.
No,
Oh.
no, Scotty. You got to have other shit in there. Look, this is better because it has more inclusion, Scotty. You got to have every fucking color under the sun. And here's Jordan Peterson talking about how the rainbow flag is chaos.
Like he's on Joe Rogan when he talks about it.
The
Is he gonna
chaos, Scotty. You have to understand the chaos.
Is there a
made of
is there a chance of tears in this?
I don't know.
I mean, it's Jordan Peterson, so there's always a chance of tears for sure. I already fucking boosted this volume, but it sounds like I might have to I'm just going to fucking boost it to the goddamn max and we'll just fucking adjust from here.
infinite multiplicity. That's why you see too with the
Actually, even then, it's kinda
LGBT
fucking
rainbow,
whatever.
They're getting caught in their own metaphor. So there's an infinite number of gradations in a rainbow, and there's an infinite number of letters that are accumulating on the LGBT rainbow, and there's an element of clear absurdity to that. And one of them is, I believe it's Q plus, includes the other kin types. It's like, well, claim is, well, I'm marginalized, and then that sort of becomes normalized. And then there's a group right outside of that says, well, I'm marginalized too. And another group says, well, I'm also marginalized. And there's absolutely no logic. Once you've identified yourself as marginalized, there's no logical way that you can exclude anyone else who regards themselves as marginalized. And so the marginalized, the community of the marginalized expands and expands and expands.
Everyone is
and expands. So part of the reason for
marginalized.
that is that
It is meaningless. Wow. Oh my God. It all makes sense. Finally. Thank you, Jordan Peterson. I understand.
Bow down before the fucking the might.
The distinction ultimately becomes Meaningless.
And you become one group is marginalized, and another group shows up and says we're also marginalized. And before you know it, everyone's marginalized, and there's an aspect of everybody's marginalized. And the marginalized just fucking consumes itself.
First it was butter, and then it was margarine that was marginalized.
Yeah. And then it's, I can't believe it's not butter. I mean, what does that say? What does that really say when you look at something and say, I can't believe it's not butter? But it is not butter. And no matter what you say about it, it's just not butter. It's never going to be butter. Okay, Jordan.
Individual is a multiplicity, and there's an element to every individual that's marginalized. There's a chaos in between categories that's made of an infinite multiplicity. That's why you see too with the LGBT rainbow.
This is back to the beginning again. So yeah, there you go. There's the criticism, I guess.
Well, that was a delicious word salad, and I'm ready for my main course.
How about some leprechauns? You like leprechauns?
Oh, yeah.
We kind of referenced these guys a little earlier, right?
Of course.
So in the 5th century BC, Gaelic invaders discovered a pre-Celtic race in which, Gaelic. It's gay and it's lick, so,
Kind of like Beavis.
Pre-Celtic race in which men were about 5 feet tall. The invaders called them little people. The word eventually morphed into leprechaun. The little people buried their dead with valuables. The invaders believed it was gold. These invaders would loot the graves of these leprechauns, but would find nothing of value other than items like clay pots and hunting gear. Unable to explain the lack of treasure, people spun tales that grew into legends. It became widely reported that you could find the burial locations at the end of a rainbow. This was because it's impossible. It's an impossible place that is just out of the reach of mortals, because there's really no place where a rainbow actually terminates. It's a circle, as we saw. So
Man, fuck you, TJ.
What?
You to come on the show and kill my hopes and dreams. Like, actually, it's a circle, so there's actually no point where you can get the pot of gold.
Yeah, it's just a loop.
How do you
Sorry.
explain Lucky Charms and shit, dude? They're magically delicious, and like when you get to the end of the rainbow, there's Lucky Charms, right?
I guess.
You're telling me if I get to the end of the rainbow here, there's not a pot of gold?
Let's kind of ask you this. What about this paradox?
Okay.
All right. So at the end of the fucking rainbow, you say there's Skittles. I'm sorry, there's
There's
Lucky
Skittles
Charms,
too.
right?
Yeah.
But Skittles also says taste the rainbow. So I mean, and those two things are very different snacks.
Because I know the answer to this one already. Clearly, if you watched the commercials, Skittles is made when you shatter a rainbow.
Right.
When you
And
take
Lucky
a
Charms is
hammer-
at the end of the rainbow. Okay?
Right. Lucky Charms
how
are
it
at the
works.
end, and then Skittles are made when you tap a hammer on the rainbow and it
And
shatters.
then taste the rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense.
Nice try, TJ.
I prefer the Skittles over the Lucky Charms personally, but
Dude, have you ever thrown Skittles into Lucky Charms?
no.
You should.
So over the years, the story morphed. People started to believe the little people's ghosts were also called leprechauns, guarded the graves at the end of the rainbow. So leprechauns kind of started off as like ghosts of these like short, Celtic people
Right.
that were just, like a legitimate race of like pretty short people, but eventually just got shorter and shorter, weirder and weirder. All this mythology is built up around them, and eventually they become, these like weird little magical beings that guard pots of gold at the end of rainbows somehow. So it goes from like they were like a race of short people that buried themselves with treasure to now they're like these weird spiritual beings that guard gold at the end of rainbows.
Why is that far-fetched, TJ?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe you need to go to the end of the rainbow and find that shit.
I've been trying my whole fucking life, dude. Well, man, just go to the end of the rainbow. Like, it's simple. Like, it's fucking easy. Like, I just go, here's my pot of gold, TJC.
Yeah.
Look.
We'll give it a
Come
shot.
on.
Maybe there's a reason
Man,
you
you're
ain't
fucking
found it.
You're fucking absurd, TJ.
Maybe there's a reason you ain't found that shit, guy. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, what's
So
that
when,
supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean?
It's supposed to mean that maybe there is no end to the rainbow, Scotty. Maybe
I
the
don't
rainbow
believe
is a
it.
circle.
I don't believe it.
Well, I mean, explain your failure otherwise. When St. Patrick came to Ireland in 432 BC to convert people to Christianity, he realized pagan myths, legends, and traditions were still being continued. And he's like, ugh, gross, pagan myths and legends. So he decided to slowly merge those with Christian beliefs, which Christianity was pretty good at this kind of shit. Christianity was like very Borg-like in its assimilation of other cultures. Like if there was something that just wouldn't die off from the previous culture, Christianity would just kind of subsume it. So he decided to basically, do that. One example is he taught them to view the rainbow as a representation of God's promise to never destroy the earth again with a flood. So let's go. So on it. So actually, the whole thing about the rainbow and with the leprechaun is kind of tied into the book of Genesis and God's promise of the rainbow, right? So yeah, here even have this. God's love is a rainbow. Little kid's book. So the book of Genesis explains how several generations after the life of Adam, the wickedness of people made God basically regret that he'd ever created humanity, which probably is the time in the Bible when God is like the most relatable to me.
Yeah, he's like, what have
looking
I
at what
fucking done?
Oh, what the
like
fuck
looking,
did I
just like
do?
looking at what he's done. He's like, oh my me, what the fuck have I done? This is hideous.
But you know what, TJ?
I have fucked up.
No,
right?
you say that, TJ, but it's ultimately the rainbow is a sign of love.
Right. Well, that's what this story is about, Scotty.
It's love, TJ.
And in God's infinite love, he looked at these people that he created, and he's like, you know what? Time to murder them all. So he decided to kill all life on the entire planet.
That's not true. That's not true.
Well, you're right, because he decided, okay, well, I guess I won't kill every single living thing. I'll spare some stuff. All right.
Yeah, I mean, they had to go.
So,
well, I think you're gonna get to it.
So he looked around. He found a righteous guy, Noah. He found his family. It's like, oh, okay, they're living virtuously. So we're gonna spare them, and we're gonna allow them to repopulate the earth through, I mean, copious amounts of incest, I suppose. So anyway, God tells Noah, build a big old fucking ark, big enough to take your wife and your 3 sons and your 3 daughters-in-law, all into it, along with a pair of each of Earth's animals.
Right.
So, so that the Earth can be repopulated once again through copious amounts of fucking incest.
Yeah.
So
we're some super incestuous people,
right?
Animals.
So if you've ever wondered why the world's so fucked up, it's because everything traces back to this big old fucking incest clusterfuck. At this point. So when Noah had finished building the ark, God sent 40 days and 40 nights of rain across the entire globe until, the earth was flooded and every living thing was fucking drowned. How the freshwater fish survived, no idea. That's kind of unclear. It's unclear if Noah had like insect terrariums and shit like that as well.
God probably just put a bubble around those fish.
Kind of begs the question why God couldn't just do that anyway with his infinite power, but whatever.
Yeah, why didn't God just Thanos everyone he didn't like?
Yeah, like everyone just vanishes and then you don't have to do this stupid flood bullshit. But I guess, it's like a test of faith or something.
The thing
There's always some kind of bullshit like that.
Like, what about the animals that eat other animals,
Yeah, like what were the lions on the ark eating? Were they just like, yeah, we're suddenly okay eating fucking grass and stuff?
Just give me a handful of oats and a shot of wheatgrass. No, it's cool.
Yeah, I guess God took away their hunger for meat for a little while. I don't know.
Oh, it's God. He had everything. Look, if you question it, God had every angle figured out. Any hole you try to poke in this is pathetic.
God just fucking any logistical issue you have with this is just like God intervened and did what he needed to do.
Exactly.
Right. So yeah, this is when you look at something like this is an accurate depiction of something that really happened.
Yeah, of course.
In reality, this is a thing that occurred. Yeah. I don't know why you're laughing, Scotty. This is an event that happened in human history.
Yeah, dude, I'm not laughing because it's absurd. I'm laughing just because it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's just so beautiful that it happened. It just makes you laugh out of fucking just sheer joy.
Sheer joy of
how beautiful of an event it surely was.
Animals from disparate continents just magically coming together.
Well, God put it in them to get there, and they all did.
Like a
You know?
horse and a camel, a fucking
Yeah, they're cool.
You know, and this lion is here, and he's getting along with everybody. No one's eating each other. It's just hey, for now we're all gonna get along.
because they know.
And also, like, what did the lions eat in the immediate aftermath of this too? Like, the lions had to like wait a while before they could really hunt again. You can't just immediately land and then eat the zebras.
Oh, it
You
wasn't
gotta wait for
just
that zebra
lions,
population
too.
to fucking increase again.
It was like bears and tigers and fucking every
Yeah.
other type of predator too had to fucking like pause for a couple of generations.
Yeah, to let that things get back. Like they had to like take a like temporary like we're gonna have to be vegetarian for a few generations of lions while we let this
Yeah, they'll go
zebra
vegan.
shit kind of like figure itself out.
Yeah, you go vegan for a little while. I mean, you say no to meat, and eventually they repopulate, and you're good.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, completely rational.
Where are the
Yeah, they-
monkeys? That's always
There's some
bothered.
here.
Is there
Right
one?
here.
Oh,
Yeah, look
there
at these
is
two.
one. Dude,
Couple of
in
monkeys right there.
A lot of these Noah's Ark things, there's never any monkeys.
Oh yeah, there's some right there. Actually, there's more. There's some gorillas over there too.
Oh wow, this is a very inclusive Noah's Ark.
Yeah,
thing.
see, and then there's some like little bonobos maybe or chimps or something.
Some
Warthogs. Got some skunks, some bison. Hippos, elephants.
Snake, of course. I
Yeah,
mean,
you got a fucking even
dude,
the
how
even
nice
the
is God?
snake.
How nice is God? The
Even
snake has
after he
always
fucked
been.
up the Eden thing,
Yeah.
God's like, you know what? You still have a place
Come
on that ark,
on.
snake.
Yeah, the snake shows up all sad. Get in. Come on, you.
You got your lion, but you don't have your female lion for some reason.
Where's a bear?
A bear? I don't know. I don't see a bear anywhere.
Dude, was a bear?
Oh, there's
not
one.
invited?
They're over here.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're over there.
Okay, we got a bear.
Oh, there's
There's
gorilla
bears.
too. There's gorilla chilling
Bears
on
and
that
gorillas
rock.
over here. They're not fighting at all, by the way. They're totally
They're
getting along.
cool.
Everybody's just getting along. No one's freaking out. Everything's good. God has
freak
put
out
it in the
about it.
minds of all these animals to just kind of like get along with one another.
Yeah.
So that's good. Anyway, so when the rain ended, Noah released a dove from the ark, and when it returned with an olive branch in its beak, no one knew that the waters had receded and that he and his family could begin a new life. So after the ark came to rest on Mount Ararat, sorry, and Noah and the other people and the animals left it, God set a rainbow in the heavens as a sign that he would never again destroy the world by flood. So,
Dude, I love it. By flood.
yeah. God did make sure to specify, I will never again destroy the world by flood.
You have my promise on that one particular
I
thing.
mean, any other means of destroying the world still on the table, but never again will I flood the entire world.
Oh, that's nice of him. That's pretty. He's doing us a solid. Thanks.
Burn it, maybe. Probably gonna burn it next time, honestly. But hey, from the ashes, maybe some new shit'll spring. Who knows?
Dude,
You
have you ever read in the Bible the parable of fire Noah, dude?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Built
fire Noah.
built a fireproof ark.
Yeah, he built a
Fuck yeah.
fireproof underwater ark, and then what happened is that fire Noah sent a pig out to swim up to the surface, and the pig came back bacon, and that was God's gift to say that
Okay.
he'd never burn the world again. Was bacon.
All right.
Yeah,
Indeed.
it's in the book of fucking bullshiticus.
Then there's piss Noah, where God just
Yeah.
took a fucking endless leak on the planet and pissed on us all.
I said I'd never flood the world again with water,
Yeah,
but
duty Noah.
oh no, that was a really nasty one. I don't even think we should bring up duty Noah, man. That's pretty gross. Anyway, so let's do a little bit of pop culture stuff about the rainbow. There's been rainbow's been pop culturized lots of times.
Of course.
So let's talk about one of me and Paul's favorite movies. I don't know how Scotty feels about it actually, but
Death is Smoochie.
yeah, you like that movie?
I'm a fan of the movie.
So cool. We all like this movie. A lot of people don't like this movie. I don't know why. But one of the characters is Robin Williams, Rainbow Randolph, very disgruntled, hate-filled children's entertainer. Quote from the movie: I'm Rainbow fucking Randolph. Kids love me.
Right.
2002 dark comedy Death to Smoochie, directed by Danny DeVito, I believe.
Yeah,
Was it really?
it was.
I believe so. Rainbow Randolph, played by Robin Williams, is the former host of the Rainbow Randolph Show. He's one of the main characters and probably the closest thing to an antagonist in the film.
He's a very relatable antagonist.
Right. I mean, like, you kind of feel where he's coming from because he feels like he was kind of like thrown away like a fucking cum rag.
Well, he
which
was.
Which he pretty much was.
All of a sudden, some fucking dork and a purple fucking dinosaur or what was it, rhinoceros costume shows up, and his 25 years of service as Rainbow Randolph are just thrown in the gutter. So he has to get revenge. This has got to be one of Robin Williams, if not his best performance, it's a top 5 performance. It might be his best performance.
Yeah, it's fucking super fun.
It's
and he just gets,
it's like
it's more and more disgruntled as the movie goes on. He's so fucking happy to try to sabotage Smoochie at any fucking, juncture.
Yeah. It's exuberant while being one of the most cynical characters you'll ever see. He manages both, so it's pretty fun.
Yeah, like his various revenge plots are fucking just great. He ends up tricking Smoochie into like speaking at a Nazi rally and shit like that. It's fucking great. Super quotable too. Just fucking a bunch of fucking. I almost want to go watch it again after doing this fucking episode. To be honest with you,
I don't blame him.
But yeah, so it's probably not one of the more famous examples, but one of my favorite examples of a rainbow being used in pop culture. Much more famous probably is Judy Garland singing "Over the Rainbow" in the early minutes of Wizard of Oz. This was a ballad composed by Harold Arlen with lyrics by Yip Harburg.
It's me, Yip Harburg.
I'm so fucking glad. Whatever my problems in life, I'm so glad my first name is not fucking Yip. Thank
what if
every
you had,
fucking
like cool alliteration though, like your name was like Yip Yanducci or some shit.
Maybe that would work, but
as long as sounds like a superhero or a supervillain or something,
truth
or a wrestler.
But Yip Harburg doesn't sound
no.
good.
Yip Harburg is pretty harsh.
Yeah, being born Yip Harburg, I can see why you're trying to find something better over the fucking rainbow at that point. Written specifically for the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz, sung, of course, by Judy fucking Garland. It won an Academy Award for Best Original Song, became Garland's signature song, which means she probably hated it as like time progressed.
Yeah,
because at some point, I think if you're a singer of any stripe, eventually you're gonna hate the song. If you have like that one song that's like super associated with you, eventually you're going to grow to detest that fucking song. That's just inevitable, right?
Well, yeah.
Like there's gonna come a point where you just like so fucking sick of that song, you just want it to fucking burn into ash.
Freebird.
I'm sure, yeah.
Play Freebird.
So there was a super popular cover of this by this gigantically fat man.
Yeah, Ismail Kamawakio or whatever his name was.
Yeah, his name is extraordinarily.
It's actually
hard
a
to
really
pronounce.
it's the only cover of that song that I've ever thought like approached or even maybe improved on the original.
It is honestly extraordinarily beautifully sung. And he was immensely talented as well as just being immense in general. And he's of course dead now. I mean, like you don't get to live long at the weight that he was. No. But Israel Kamakawi, I can't even fucking be. It's extraordinarily complicated.
It's a very Hawaiian name.
Yes, it's a Hawaiian native. Played the ukulele, sang a fucking beautiful fucking rendition of this song. His version was selected for preservation by the Library of Congress as being culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. I think that her version probably was too.
I think the whole Wizard of Oz film and thus her song is.
Right, that's true. It's all that Wizard of Oz is certainly in the Library of Congress. So, but his version of the song was also considered significant enough to do that. And, you know, if you haven't heard it, which I feel like most people probably have, go ahead and give it a listen because it's definitely worth your fucking time. So yeah, a beautiful rendition of the song. And I'm not even into that kind of fucking sappy bullshit for the most part, but even I'm
like
fucking moved by
ukulele
it.
music. You don't like watching impossibly fat guys play impossibly tiny guitars and sing beautifully. Come on, TJ.
The fuck's wrong?
I
with you,
do.
TJ?
That's why it moved me. It managed to move me, even though, you know, I don't consider myself easily moved by that kind of shit. But like I said, he's fucking long dead because I don't know, he weighed fucking 600 pounds or some crazy shit. So here's the fucking song that kind of started this fucking whole idea of this episode. Well, this episode started as a fake out because I was like, I knew I was doing Pests and Vermin 3 to fuck with Scotty and Paul, but I wanted to have like a false lead in. And I was like, what's something I could do a fucking episode on, or like, you know, try to convince them I'm doing an episode on that's just like totally ridiculous or whatever the fuck. And I happened to have this song stuck in my head that day, the Rainbow Connection. I'd been singing it all fucking day, just going, because I mean, like, if you know me, there's always some kind of bullshit song stuck in my head, you know, usually for no goddamn reason. So I was walking around singing Rainbow Connection that day. So I was, how about fucking rainbows? And I fucking wrote an intro for something about rainbows. And then I did the episode. And then I was like, man, I wish I'd actually done an episode about rainbows because there's a lot in our culture about rainbows.
It's
and
true.
I've always been fascinated by this song, Rainbow Connection, for some reason. Anyway, it was performed by Jim Henson as Kermit the Frog in the 1979 Muppets movie. Song reached the top 25 on the Billboard Hot 100 in November 1979, remained there for about 7 weeks. Song has been covered a bunch of times by a bunch of different artists, including Willie Nelson, Kenny Loggins, Gwen Stefani, Barbara Streisand, Weezer, etc. Not limited to those, by the way. There's been other people have covered it. That's just some notables.
Right.
This song is also preserved, by the way, by the Library of Congress. So another culturally significant fucking song having to do with fucking stupid ass goddamn rainbows. It's just refracted light. It's pretty, but why so culturally fucking pervasive? Who fucking knows?
You're
I
a sad
guess
guy, TJ. You're
it's been
a sad
associated
motherfucker.
with so much. I mean, like, why is the rainbow so goddamn significant? That's my fucking question. Why is it God's promise to man? Why is there a pot of gold at the end of it? Why is it the fucking gay rights symbol? Why is it fucking every fucking song about it is some kind of cultural goddamn landmark? What is it about the fucking rainbow? God damn it.
Dude, if you look at other things, we shaved apes and our, near ancestors are fucking fascinated by celestial events. So you got shooting stars, everything, culturally significant constantly. Yeah. You got, rainstorms are mentioned constantly, and thunder and lightning.
The sun.
You got commensurate, like, people that worshipped various aspects, and a lot of that shit is, so that's what this is. It's just another celestial object that we had to come up with a story for why it's there.
Ooh, sky thing. Wow. Beautiful thing in sky. Ugh, come up with bullshit story.
Oh, love sky thing.
Sky thing pretty. Sky thing signify gold. Sky thing signify promise from God to not kill Ugh.
Glad you understand.
So I guess that's it. Yeah, you're probably right about that. So another famous fucking cultural rainbow. Of course, this fucking... Is there a more famous album cover than this? I don't know if there is. I don't think there is.
Probably not.
So 1973's album, Dark Side of the Moon, iconic on many levels. First and foremost, widely regarded. I mean, we know this.
The Nevermind cover,
on
maybe.
The dark side.
That's true. The Nevermind cover is pretty famous too. But anyway, the fucking one of the most famous aspects of it is, of course, this fucking cover, which has been on a billion fucking t-shirts, posters, every goddamn thing under the sun. How this fucking shit happened. Logo was designed by famed graphic designer Storm Thorgerson in collaboration with Aubrey Powell for their company Hypnosis. See how that's spelled? Hypnosis.
Yeah.
Thorgerson and Powell are most well known for their extensive work with Pink Floyd, but the pair also designed many other famous album covers, including Led Zeppelin's House of the Holy and more. The Dark Side of the Moon album cover was the one that truly made Hypnosis famous, though. And the meaning of that prism has been debated far and wide ever since the day of the album's release. The band themselves neglected to provide a meaning, preferring rather to let fans speculate amongst themselves. If you got a cool image, don't spoil it by trying to explain some symbolism behind it. Let people fucking bring their own interpretation, for sure.
I mean, 100%, right?
According to Mark Blake's book, Comfortably Numb, The Inside Story of Pink Floyd, the initial idea for the prism was born out of a late-night brainstorming session between Thorgerson and Powell. During these sessions, the pair would stay up until 4 a.m. discussing creative ideas, taking full advantage of the eerie, quiet, and sleep-deprived mindset to come up with those the things they would later never be able to think about at breakfast. Thorgerson recalls seeing a photograph of a prism with a light beam passing through it in a physics textbook, and that got the wheels turning. He showed the photograph to Powell, and then the idea was presented to the band, and they chose it among several other options presented. There was even a design featuring the Silver Surfer, apparently.
Damn, that would have been cool.
The final front cover design features a triangular prism with the beam of light passing through from the left side, resulting on a rainbow beam shooting out from the right side. Set to the black background, the prism was also mirrored on the back of the album, giving the effect of a consistent beam of light that never ends. When you flip the record open, the rainbow beam spans across the entire inside cover with a green heartbeat pattern over the top of it. The band's name is not included anywhere on the design, a deliberate choice, and one that has proven to be genius over the span of time. So nowhere is Pink Floyd actually mentioned anywhere.
Album covers really don't matter anymore, and that's kind of sad.
No, they sure don't. But back then they did, and this is a pretty brilliant one, obviously. It stood the test of time pretty admirably. Probably because it probably helps that the album is really great, too. Because if this is a total piece of shit, I don't think it would be famous just from the album art alone or anything. But,
one of the best-selling albums of all time, if it's not.
Much of the speculation about Pink Floyd's triangle symbol boils down to meanings that parallel some of the themes explored in the music. Fans discuss how the white beam of light passing through the triangle represents the start of life, and the rainbow beam represents all the paths and influences that one may take during their lifetime. I guess that kind of bolsters with the heartbeat sort of thing, the motif they have going on in the inner booklet. The continuation of the design on the back is said to represent the cyclical nature of life. The heartbeat passing through the middle of the record represents a human thread running through it with all the emotions and struggles that are contained within this life cycle. While all the speculation is interesting. What's that?
Oh, that wasn't their.
That's not their. That's just a popular fan theorizing.
Got it.
While all the speculation is interesting and a true mark of the impact of Dark Side of the Moon on society as a whole, the truth is that the album cover was not made with any specific deep meaning in mind. According to a 2010 interview with Rolling Stone, Storm Thorgerson was inspired by the light show that the band had been producing at their concerts at the time. But of course, people have a tendency to read way more into things, than is necessarily intended. But that's kind of a cool thing about people. I won't really shit on that. I kind of like that for the most part, although sometimes it can definitely be
it can lead to some undesirable outcomes for sure.
Yeah, sometimes the outcome's not as fun as just like, wow, this album has deep meaning. Actually, it was just looked cool. Sometimes it's like, I think we should kill them to satisfy the rain gods. But
really, would it satisfy them though?
I mean, maybe. Should we?
I mean, can't hurt, can it?
I guess you're right. It couldn't hurt. Maybe
People.
It's fine. Maybe
Less
we
people.
should do it.
Yeah, I mean, less water we need if there's less people.
What about this, Scotty? You know who this is?
Oh shit, dude.
You know who this guy is right here, Scotty?
Dio?
That's fucking Dio.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Rainbow in the Dark.
No, this is about the band Rainbow, Scotty.
Oh, the band.
Although Rainbow in the Dark is another connection to Dio for sure. So Rainbow, also known as Richie Blackmore's Rainbow or Blackmore's Rainbow, are a British rock supergroup formed in London and Los Angeles. I don't know how you're formed in two different places, but whatever. In 1975 by guitarist Richie Blackmore. They were originally established with Ronnie James Dio's American rock band Elf, but after their self-titled debut album, Blackmore fired the remaining members and continued with just Dio. Rainbow recorded two more studio albums with Dio, Rising in 1976 and Long Live Rock and Roll in 1978. That was before Dio then left to go join Black Sabbath, who had fired Ozzy Osbourne pretty recently. Rainbow's early work primarily featured mystical lyrics with a neoclassical metal style, but when Dio left, they kind of became more of a pop act. 3 British musicians joined in 1979, singer Graham Bonnet, keyboardist Don Airy, and a bunch of other people whose names you probably don't know. And this lineup gave the band their commercial breakthrough with the single Since You've Been Gone from their 4th album, Down to Earth. They made a bunch more albums over the next decade. Difficult to Cure in 1981, Straight Between the Eyes in 1982, Bent Out of Shape in 1983. They had commercial success with all these albums. After breaking up in 84, Blackmore reformed Rainbow in 93 with a new lineup fronted by a then unknown Doogie White, still unknown to me, by the way.
Yeah.
They recorded their 8th and last studio album to date, which was called Stranger in Us All. That came out in 95. Blackmore's change in direction from rock to Renaissance and medieval influenced music led to Rainbow's second dissolution in 1997. He revived the band once more in 2015. And they performed live every few years.
The concept just doesn't work. You've tried it.
Well, I mean, it seems like it kind of works because they've had a bunch of hit albums.
Then he's like, let's have a medieval inspired album. I just don't know what
they've been like several different genres over the years. So over the years, Rainbow went through many personnel changes. Basically, Blackmore is the only consistent member. So they have a current lineup. They haven't put out an album in decades, but they still do shows. Their current lineup includes Ronnie Romero on vocals, Jens Johansson on keyboard, Bob Nouveau on bass, and David Keith on drums. Rainbow were ranked number 90 on VH1's 100 Greatest Artists of Hard Rock. Coming from VH1 doesn't really mean all that much.
Yeah.
But the band have sold over 30 million records worldwide. So,
all right. Well, I got to take back what I said.
Commercial success has not eluded Rainbow, but
30 million is not bad.
Not a strong name recognition from me. I didn't really know much about them, but I figured I should cover them because apparently sold a lot of albums and involved Dio. So
they get played on Ozzy's Boneyard sometimes. I think I've heard also on Hairspray or one of those other ones.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Dude, I saw a fist fight over Ronnie James Dio one time. I was almost involved in it.
Holy shit. What happened?
I was roadieing for this band that I used to live across the street from the two of the guys that were in the band. And the bassist in the band was short. Probably 5'4", and Ronnie James Dio was short as well,
very
5'4".
short, yeah.
So we were all drunk after they played their gig or whatever. And we were all there was 6 of us, the whole band and 2 guys that helped and drove and stuff. And all of us were sharing this little 2 single bed, hotel room. And we're all fucked up and drunk. And, it's 2 people in each bed. And then there's people sleeping between them on the floor and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And so 2 of the band members started arguing, bickering at each other in the darkness. You know what I mean?
In the dark, right?
Yeah. And they're just like, man, you're a fucking faggot. It's what you are. No, you're the fucking faggot. Whatever, dude. Whatever. I'm trying to go to sleep. All right. And it escalated. And then the thing that made it jump off was all right, you little Ronnie James Dio fuck. And that was it for the short kid, dude. He jumped up, trampled across all of us to get to the fucking guy. We had to flip the lights on and pull them apart. And fucking management came to the door. We had to pretend like it was only just one of us in there. It was 7 stinky, sweaty, drunk dudes.
No, it's just me in here, man.
Hell of a dump I'm taking, man.
What? But that's how I learned that Ronnie James Dio was short, because I had to ask the next day. I asked one of the other dudes that wasn't directly involved. I was like, why did you get so mad when he called him Dio? And he's like, dude, Dio's hella short. I was like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah, Dio is actually 5'3", so very short guy. Hell of a voice, though. Love Dio. Anyway, I'm gonna close with one the only other fucking thing that I felt was like culturally significant enough to bother with is probably the Rainbow Road stages from the Mario Kart games.
Fuck yes, dude.
Pretty much every Mario Kart game has one of these stages.
They're all butt rapes too. They're all like incredibly hard. Well, maybe not all. There were the first
this one
Rainbow
is
Road.
probably the easiest one because it has guardrails along the whole thing.
Yeah.
The SNES version has no guardrails at all.
There's a point in this map
like crazy.
Oh, it's super hard, dude. There's a point in this map too where you can totally cheat and just win. If you can like glide it, you can just basically cut off a huge portion of the map.
You can like jump over the little fence at a certain
I think it's right
point.
here, honestly.
Yeah, and land
it's
on
like,
that
if
track
you land,
down there.
You can. There's like some way you can like land on that shit down there,
and you skip like a minute. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, you fucking cut an insane amount off your fucking time. But yeah,
dude,
this fucking course is like a slog of a fucking course. It just goes on and on.
To mention, you can be in first place on this map for like most of the 3 laps, and someone can just get like a red shell or like a blue shell and just take you out and win. I've had that happen so many fucking times.
Yeah, the thing about this one is it's kind of like an endurance thing because there's not like this version of the Rainbow Road does not have a lot of obstacles or anything. It's just like
the guys like you see.
Yeah, it's just like the fact that there's so much fucking race that you have to fucking compete. So it's kind of almost like an endurance thing. Now it's not like insanely long, but I mean it's way longer than any other course in the entire fucking game.
It's like 7 minutes to do 3 laps or something.
Some crazy shit like that. I think it's actually the longest map in any of the fucking Mario Kart games, if I'm not mistaken, which I might be, but
it's got to be up there if nothing else.
But every single version of the Mario Kart, I think, has one of these. And here's a site that kind of ranks them based on its own criteria. You can disagree with the rankings, but at least it displays every version of the road. So at number 8, the version that's probably most familiar to me, because this is the one I played the most, is the Mario Kart 64 one, where they're saying that, because this one has guardrails along the entire thing, it's not as much of a fall off risk. There's not many obstacles inherent to the course. There's the chain chomps. It's also the longest course in the history of the series, which I think I mentioned earlier. And to them, it makes it feel more like a chore. I feel like it's more like
I love it, dude.
Battle, like especially if you're racing against somebody very fucking,
But it is hard to get knocked off. Like you have to be hit perfectly with a shell, or you have to run one of the chain chomps and just get knocked off. So yeah, I will grant it's probably one of the easier ones.
So yeah, Mario Kart.
This is a fucking nightmare.
The fucking Rainbow Road in the SNES version is just like a fucking it's like a nightmare.
It's so easy to fall off. If you're like a second,
fall off this thing like 100 times trying to fucking race. It's so easy to fucking fall off. The controls on the fucking in Mario Kart and SNES are not the greatest. It's the first fucking one in the series. Let's see. Interesting designs elsewhere in the game, and this, besides a complete lack of guardrails, is fairly uneventful. To me, the lack of guardrails fucking just killed me so many fucking times. It was so hard to win this race because I was used to being able to fucking go a little off the course without it fucking meaning that much, without it being that big of a fucking deal. But this thing, you just fall off left and fucking right.
Yeah.
So Mario Kart DS. Never played this one. But let's see what they have to say about it. Fine entry, features a lot of spirals, loops, and curves. There are also very well placed turbo boost pads that can help speed things up as long as you're a good driver and don't fly off into the starlit sky. There isn't too much unexpected throughout the course, but the roller coaster like design keeps things a little interesting. And there aren't a ton of guardrails, so it's easy to fall to your doom. And keep Lakitu, I don't know how to pronounce that, employed as he hoists you back up again.
TJ, he's the guy in the cloud that throws up.
I know who he is, but I don't know how to fucking say his name. Lakitu. So here it is, Mario Kart Super Circuit. Kind of just looks like a retread of the SNES version.
Yeah.
So here's Mario Kart Wii. Pretty cool looking version of the fucking course. They describe it as frantic from the get-go. Racers plunge down a steep drop-off into oblivion on turbo boosts, get launched into a series of curves with sparse guardrails. There aren't a ton of physical obstacles, but with all the ways you can fall off, they aren't really needed. Knowing how to properly race with drifts, brakes, and skills is paramount here. Racing in space above the Earth with asteroids abound is also a nice touch. and began the series theme of embracing space inspirations in the design of a Rainbow Road. So here's Mario Kart Double Dash. They also have their version of Rainbow Road. Doesn't look as cool, but it's a little higher ranked, at least by these people. This is from GameCube. Double Dash, the most innovative game in the series, with its inclusion of dual riders and specialty items for each character. Its Rainbow Road entry is mostly made more fun by these inclusions, and it also features one of the best songs from the series. Here's the Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which looks fucking totally insane.
Dude, this one is insane, but awesome to play.
So Scotty, I think, has more familiarity with this because he played this one a little bit. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the best-selling Mario Kart game with good reason. It brings many iconic characters, tracks, and items, and features several Rainbow Road courses. Its original take on Rainbow Road course is one of the best of the series. It fully embraces the space theme and makes Rainbow Road not only a course, but a place. It's a space station complete with conveyor belts, curves to make your head spin, and a number of Easter eggs to discover. So a lot of secrets hidden in this.
I remember one time Taylor challenged me to a battle in this version of the game. And I was like, whatever. Yeah. I was like, whatever, I'll go heads up with you. And I ended up beating her like 9 out of 10. And she was like, I can't believe you haven't played this game before. And I was like, I had it on the Wii U back before I got a divorce. I'd like depression played it for 8 months.
Oh yeah, dude. Paul has some skills in this game. I can vouch for that.
Of the game only, really. The Mario Kart 8 and Deluxe or whatever.
The second I saw you start drifting and shit, I'm like, okay, shit. Paul knows how to play this one.
I know all the like the shortcuts and shit too.
Yeah, he knew what the fuck he was doing.
So according to these people, number 1 is Mario Kart 7. To me, the one above it definitely looks way cooler, but maybe
I'd probably put Switch above it personally, but that's just my bias.
Let's see what they think. I never played this 3DS version. Rainbow Road on the 3DS is just plain fun. Not only is the best Rainbow Road course, but it's also the best course in the series history. Instead of multiple laps, the track is divided into several parts. The design with moons, planets, and asteroids is a delight on the eyes, and racing on the rings of an unnamed planet in particular is a particular highlight of this course. There's a portion where you drive on the moon with craters and jump in and out and chomps to avoid. It blends the best parts of many other courses into one and stands as the best Rainbow Road course. Even its asteroids look like potatoes. I don't know what that fucking has to do with shit, but
Man, sounds like a load of bullshit.
I think it's cool that it doesn't have laps, but it just has like different sections. But other than that, this one looks fucking
get
cool
out of here with that crap.
This thing looks fucking badass. This is like
dude, I'm going with Switch version.
Yeah, I mean, like dude, at least aesthetically, I have to say this one fucking is like the tops.
I fucking gifted you a Switch for your goddamn wedding. You should play this game sometime, dude. Play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah, play me.
Play it.
I got a Switch now. Play me.
Play me, bish.
Step up, TJ.
I challenge you.
I have to actually hook it up. I
you want to step up?
I'm gonna step up.
Come on, TJ.
I take you to town.
You want to play ball?
That's pretty much as much shit as I could fucking gather on Rainbows. I would say that I could do a sequel, but there's really not anything to do a sequel with. That pretty much covers it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, but no chance of Rainbows 2. This is it.
Sorry, dude, this episode was quite disappointing. Nothing else?
Now, Scotty wants to try to fucking do a Rainbows 2 or whatever. He can do it, but
dude,
that's
what
it.
about what about like skating on the rainbow? Like we never talked about that. Like going up over the skating on the rainbow.
Skating on the rainbow.
Yeah. What about Rainbow Bright? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't address Rainbow Bright.
You didn't pull anything about fucking Rainbow Bright. I mean, there's so many holes in this episode. It looks like a piece of fucking
so many overlooked aspects of the rainbow.
This is probably the single worst episode you've ever created on the show.
TJ,
another bit of lazy, shoddy research from TJ.
What color is unicorn poop, TJ?
Is it rainbow colored?
Yeah, of course it is.
Of course.
Yeah,
Paul.
I didn't fucking address that unicorns poop rainbows.
I want to say publicly that it's a shame, Paul, you did not undertake.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is sequel potential here. I guess if you guys want me to dredge the bottom of the rainbow barrel, it could be done. But it would have to just be insanely popular. People would have to be like chanting, "We love rainbows. We want rainbows." And I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm hearing that right now, TJ.
You ain't hearing
You know, I
shit,
know.
bitch.
I'm hearing people outside chanting rainbow. I don't even know how it's even possible.
They don't even know. They don't even know, Scotty.
I mean, it's insane, TJ. It's wild what's going on. Well, yes, what do they want, TJ? They want rainbows. They feel like, I'm listening to their demands, shoddy research, many rainbow topics left untouched.
Wow. Shit. Well, I guess
No,
I guess I fucked up again. But
Next episode, I want rainbows too.
all right, fair enough.
Thanks,
Rainbows too coming at you very soon. But for now, that's all I have on rainbows. So see you next time for more rainbow goodness, I guess.
Rainbow fucking Randolph.
Deep fat fried. Deep fat fried. Deep fat fried. Deep fat fried.